how can we say like Christianity is all loving, but that, you know, it enslaved people that look like me, and you know, they didn't have a choice on whether or not they wanted to accept the gospel, but you know, it was kind of forced upon them, and they were brought over here on boats and stuff. So, like, how does that show a loving God if, you know, you just enslave a bunch of people and force them to learn about it?
Difficult, painful question. Thank you so much for raising it. Why are all human beings equal? If there is no God, human beings are not all equal. If there is no God, it is survival of the fittest. And if you, little child, have a weird genetic breakdown, horrible birth defects, why shouldn't I allow you to die rather quickly to wipe out that horrible genetic pool that you obviously have? See, that is the logical consequence of atheism. That's a logical consequence of secularism. I'll tell you why we don't wipe out children with birth defects. Because all human beings are created with equal value because they're all created in the image of God. And the same thing applies to the race issue. All human beings, regardless of their ethnic heritage, regardless of their race, are created in the image of God. What does that mean? It means we're all created to reflect God, to reflect God's character, His love, His justice, His integrity, His faithfulness, His kindness, His generosity. So, I'm tired of being confronted by white Christians who say, oh, I can't believe in Jesus because all those Christian hypocrites. Well, buddy, all you need to do is meet my African-American brothers and sisters in Christ. Their forefathers and foremothers were pressed into slavery and were brought to church on Sunday by white Christians. If anybody on this campus has a right to reject Christ because of Christian hypocrites, it's my African-American brothers and sisters. But what have my African-American brothers and sisters done? They've had the open-mindedness and the intellectual honesty to go to the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And what do you find there? You do not find a racist white Jesus. You don't find a racist black Jesus. You don't find a racist Hispanic Jesus. You don't find a racist Jewish Jesus. Instead, you find a Jewish man who claims to be more than a man. He claims to be God in human form. And in one of his best-known parables, the parable of the Good Samaritan, he makes a direct frontal attack on racism, and he teaches that we are created by God to love and respect every single human being.